WordPress widgets are basically just self-contained packages of computer code that will let you add extra features to certain areas of your website without having to actually write that code yourself. Your theme should give you options for full-width pages when you need them, but most designs are based on at least one sidebar column and maybe some footer areas that you can plug these widgets into. Some of the most useful ones are already included with every WordPress installation, but the different themes and plugins will also add their own special widgets here in the left half of the page. Left-click and hold one of these small rectangular boxes to drag something from the available widgets into any of the sidebar or footer containers. They can give your visitors extra tools like calendars, audio and video players, search bars, or a display of recent posts and popular tags. Click the small arrow to open and close each box so that you can check for extra settings, save if you make any changes, or hit delete to remove that widget from the sidebar. Slide them up and down to change the order just like you were doing when we set up the menus. The way that you arrange widgets here in the blog sidebar corresponds to the information you'll see to the right of your posts on the blog page. I'll open the Shows box and drag a calendar here as a test, but now I need to make sure that page is actually using this sidebar by going to Pages, then Shows to assign it. A couple of things have changed here since we activated our theme. You might have a few new options in the toolbar above the Compose window, so check your documentation for those, but notice how the page attributes now offer some different templates. These are just like those custom post types that we left on standard for our test posts. Remember, every theme is unique, but you'll probably have some similar page attributes if yours has got a music focus. Below that is where we can set which sidebar will be used for this page, so I'll make sure it's set on Shows Sidebar, then Update. When we view page, we'll see the new calendar that we added. Go through your available widgets and try out a few of them to see what they do. Another way of adding them, especially when you're scrolled all the way down at the bottom, is to left-click once, pick a sidebar or footer location, and add widget. This text widget is actually one of the most useful ones here, because on top of being a way to show plain text, it also accepts HTML. That will let you display images, web links, or use the embed codes from places like YouTube, Google Maps, or SoundCloud. I'll give you a few simple HTML commands to work with in the How to Customize More unit, but right now try adding one of your social media profiles to a sidebar. Most of them have some kind of share button that will also give you an option to embed it with a little chunk of iframe code. Here in SoundCloud, they also provide WordPress code by clicking this box, but that would be used more for putting it into a post or page. Just copy the iframe stuff and paste it right into a text widget. Feel free to change the value of the height here in pixels if you don't want it that tall, then save and close. You can find the YouTube embed code by clicking Share under a video, and then customize the player a bit with the options that appear when you click Show More. Copy and paste that chunk of iframe code into your text widget, save, close, and check out that page to see how it looks in your sidebar. If you've got any widget-ready areas for your footers, try adding some there too and test out how those will appear on your site. Filling up all of these spaces with some temporary widgets will give you a much better sense of the layout possibilities that you have to work with. Even though your theme is different than this one and you might need to read your documentation properly and improvise a bit to follow along, don't get discouraged. At this point, we've covered all of the important WordPress functions and can now move on to some fun customization stuff if you're comfortable with everything so far.